everybody, Will here, and we got some Saints Row 4 in the background. Seriously, if you guys have not played this yet, you need to. You're doing yourself a disservice by not playing it. It is an amazing game. It's a ton of fun. I've laughed so much by playing it, and it's really an experience that very few games have ever given me. I really suggest picking it up if you haven't. So, on to the topic of the day. Letting movie franchises die. Today they announced that there is going to be a new Rambo show coming out, and it's going to star Sylvester Stallone. Let this series die. Like, I don't understand why these series need to continue time after time after time. The story has been told, and I'm fine with leaving Rocky, John McClane, Indiana Jones, Rambo, all of these characters where they are. The actors need to leave these characters be, leave their movie, franchise where it is before they completely tarnish it. I mean, how many one-star movies do we need to make before, we're done with the series? Like, nobody wants to watch Die Hard 17. Originally these numbers were a joke on The Simpsons, but they're becoming a reality, and it sucks. It's sad. I absolutely love the Terminator 1 and 2, but then Terminator 3 came out, and I was like, alright, at least now we're done with it. 4 came out, and I was like, oh, alright. It was okay, but, I'm done with it. Like, leave... I would hate to see a new Back to the Future come out. And I know that they're making a remake of RoboCop. And, remakes are for another video. But this is just series that they won't let die or even let it reboot, don't get me wrong. I mean, I love the original movies, but at a certain point, you just have to let it go. I mean, it's the same thing with wrestling. Like, why is Ric Flair still wrestling? Like, you're of retirement age. Just let it go. And I understand that letting go of the spotlight can be hard, but, maybe not in the case of Ric Flair, but that these actors have millions upon millions of dollars to retire with. So, I just don't understand why they feel like they have to milk the franchise. And I'm not saying that these actors really need to retire themselves. Like, the Red movies... actually, I should say the Red movie. I haven't seen the second one. It was a ton of fun. Like, I like seeing Bruce Willis still in at a badass role. It just, these franchises that they're trying to milk everything out of, they need to stop it. They need to let it go. Another series that I am enjoying is like The Expendables. It's almost like your childhood fantasy dream come true. Like when I was growing up, it was always like, who would win in the fight, Arnold Schwarzenegger or, Sylvester Stallone? And, finally we're getting movies, they don't fight each other, but still, like, it's so cool to watch them team up and kick ass, and so it's kind of in a category of its own. And the movies are fun as long as you don't take them seriously. Like, that's the key point. You just can't take them serious. I mean, Terry Crews is in it, who also does Old Spice commercials. So, it is what it is. I think that they're fun. I think they're fantastic summer movies, but that's all that they are, and, the same can be said about, these other, series movies, but I think that the biggest problem is that for the majority, they're just not even good. They don't even hold true to what the older movies held for you, like the new Rambo movies. There's a difference between being nostalgic and then just being sad. Like, and I feel like a lot of the series have either already entered or about to enter that phase if they just don't let it go. Or, if you want to continue the series, think of an intelligent way to almost, reboot it or restart it, like Star Trek. Like, obviously you can't take John McClane through some kind of time warp, but, you've introduced his kid in the last one. Granted, the movie only got 2.5 stars, but still, it's like, you could continue down that path. There's like no passing of the torch happening. And that's really unfortunate, because when these actors do have to go, there's going to be, I actually, that's the wrong path to go down. I was going to say that there's nobody to take their spot, but you know what? I think that the Avengers movie proved that differently. So, I just think that these franchises need to be let go, because I have let them go a long time ago. And they must still make money, otherwise they wouldn't make them. But it's sad to keep on pumping out movies that are getting terrible reviews. So that's my thoughts. Do you guys have any opinions? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Did you like the story?